So let's now head to our profile photos page and start configuring this so that we can add the buttons and methods to upload, and we'll go to the profilephotos.tsx and we'll need to bring in our upload photo methods and uploading photo from our profile store, so we'll just destructure those inside here as well. And what we want to do is we want to pass these to our photo upload widget. So let's scroll down to this and we'll say upload photo equals and upload photo, and we'll say loading equals uploading photo. And then of course we'll need to add these as properties to our photo upload widget. So let's go there next. And we'll need to add an interface to this as per normal, just as we have been. So we'll add an interface called iProps. And this is going to have a loading, which is going to be a Boolean. And it's also going to have our upload photo method. And this is going to take a file, which is a blob, as a parameter. And it's just going to return void. And then what we want to do is head down to our image preview, and inside here we want to add, or underneath this div, we want to add two buttons of equal width underneath this. And what we'll need to do is, because we're adding a sibling element, is we'll need to use a fragment. So we'll bring in the fragment from React and we'll just cut and paste the div inside here. And below this, we'll add a button from Semantic UI React. And this is going to be a button group. And inside here, we'll have two buttons. And the first one will be to upload the photo. So this is going to be a positive, and we'll give it an icon of check, which will be a check mark. We'll set the loading equal to loading, and in the onClick, and we need to bring in the props into the component itself rather than just adding the interface. So this needs to be a react.fc, and then we can pass in the iProps, and we'll also need to destructure the loading and the upload photo method. And back down to the button. And we'll also add the onClick event here, and we'll add an arrow function inside here and say upload photo, and then pass in the image. And reformat. And we get to the typing issue here saying argument of blob or null is not assignable to parameter of type blob. So we need to pass in the exclamation mark after this as well to get around that particular warning. And we'll also just add a second button, which we'll use to cancel. So I'll take out the positive and we'll just use the icon equal to close. We'll set this to disabled if it's loading. And in the onClick for this, we'll just set the files back to an empty array in this case, which will remove the image from our files array, and it'll also turn off the image preview in this case as well. And what we also want to do here is give our button group some widths so that it takes up the full available space of the area below our image. So we should be able to test now, but before we do, let's just make sure that we're observing our observables, because it's very easy to miss this part. And we're observing in our photo upload widget, but we also need to make sure that we make this component an observer as well, so that we can see the uploading photo change its status, and this one is currently not an observer, so let's add the observer to this as well and wrap it around our profile photos, and let's go and test to make sure this is working. So inside my profile photos, let's just drop the image in again, and I'll just move the image around just to get the face, and if I click on check, we see the upload taking place, and this should have worked, but we're not cancelling out of our photo widget. So if I click on cancel, we should see the photo drop in there. So we also want to turn off this particular widget once the photo has been successfully uploaded. So let's head back to our code. And inside the photo upload widget, we're using the upload photo directly. But what we really want to do is do this inside our profile photos where we've got access to the add photo mode and the set add photo mode. So what we'll do is we'll create a handler and we'll say const handle upload image, and this will take our photo, which is going to be a blob. And what we want to do in here is use our upload photo method and send up the image, so we'll pass in the photo. And what we'll use is the len statement, and what we'll do is set the add photo mode back to false. And instead of passing down the upload photo to our photo widget, we'll use the handle upload image instead, and just change this to say handle upload image instead, and just check what we're doing inside the photo upload widget. And this is going to stay exactly the same, and what should happen now is when we have uploaded an image, we're going to turn off the add photo mode. So let's go back and test. And once again, I'll just add yet another image. I'll pick a different image this time. And we'll go for Lego Batman and click upload. And this time we go back to our photos and we see the new image inside there. Excellent. So we've got a couple of buttons to deal with underneath each of these photos, and what we'll take a look at next is setting the main photo followed by deleting the photo. And we'll take a look at that next.